This is Codecademy. I'm currently working on their Introduction to JavaScript course, and I'm on part 2 of functions, function declarations. So let's see. In JavaScript, there are many ways to create a function. One way to create a function is by using a function declaration. Just like how a variable declaration binds a value to a variable name, a function declaration binds a function to a name or an identifier. Take a look at the autonomy of a function declaration below. Yes, so we have to write this word function. It is what declares, it creates the function. And then this is the identifier, right? It is just like a variable name. You can't have spaces or anything of that nature. And it's standard that if you do have two words, since you can't have spaces, to capitalize the second and third and fourth or however many words, but not the first. That is reserved for object, classes, and we'll get into that later. Okay, so, and the function body is this stuff in the middle. So in between the bracket and the bracket, this console.log, this is what runs when we call a function. Calling a function means somewhere in the program we write greet world, and this is what will always run when we do that. So let's see what they say here. A function declaration consists of the function keyword, the name of the function or its identifier, followed by parentheses. A function body, or the block of a statement required to perform a specific task, enclosed in the function's curly brackets. That's the body. Yep. All right. A function declaration is a function that is bound to an identifier or a name. In the next exercise, we'll go over how to run the code inside the function body. We should also be aware that hoisting feature in JavaScript, which allows access to function declarations before they're defined. Take a look at this example. So even though that the console.log has greet world, which is going to run this function, in some programming languages the function would have to come first, because in some languages the computer would say, what's greet world? But in JavaScript you can do this and the computer will say, okay, greet world, is that code somewhere? Let me look around. Oh, here it is, and then it will run the code inside. Notice how hoisting allowed greet world to be called before the greet world function was defined. Since hoisting isn't considered good practice, we simply want you to be aware of the feature. If you want to read more about hoisting, we can check that out. All right, let's create a function that prints a reminder to the console. Using a function declaration, create a function called getReminder. So then what we would need, well, let's see if I can zoom in some. Maybe that. So we would need function.getReminder. And then it looks like we have parentheses without a parameter. So boom, and yep. And then did they tell us what to put in it? Not yet. So let's see if I run. Oh, great. So we got the basics. Now let's see. In the function body of getReminder, log the following reminder to the console. Water the plants. Okay, so console.log water the plants. And now let's give it a shot. Oh, forgot my semicolon. Perfect. 3, let's create another function that prints a useful Spanish travel phrase to the console. Okay, so now below this, I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and enter again. And let's go using the greet in Spanish. Okay, so we need to do this again. Function greet in Spanish, parentheses, semicolon. Let's hit run, see if we got the function. Great. Add the code to the function body of greet in Spanish, which means in between the brackets. In the function body, console.log buenas tardes. Okay, and then let's do a semicolon, and let's hit run and test it out. Oh, is that great? We're ready to move on. And we didn't ever run these functions, we just created them. To run them, I would have to put getRemind down here or something like that. We'll learn about that in the next part of the course. Great, let's keep going.